Hey guys, Aurelion here. Today I'm going to give you some of my impressions of the new champion, Aurelion Sol, who I had the privilege of playing on the PvE before the servers were overrun. Of course, this game is only against AIs, so it won't be the truest representation of his power, but hopefully you'll find it interesting. In case you don't already know the basis of his kit, here's a brief overview. Aurelion Sol's passive, Center of the Universe, is unusual in that it is his bread and butter ability. 3 stars orbit in a circle around him, dealing damage to enemy champions, creeps, and neutral monsters. His Q is Star Search. Aurelion Sol fires the core of a newborn star in a target direction that explodes, dealing damage and stunning all nearby enemies upon reactivation or once it travels beyond the star's maximum orbital range. Aurelion Sol can travel alongside Star Surge, and by keeping it close, he'll nurture it, growing it in size so that it damages and stuns a wider area when it explodes. His W is Celestial Expansion. Aurelion Sol pushes the stars out to his outer ring, significantly increasing their power. Celestial Expansion costs mana to cast and drains mana every second the ability is toggled on. Once he toggles the ability off or runs out of mana, Aurelion Sol pulls the stars back. Aurelion Sol's E, Comet of Legend, has a passive and an active. The passive is, Aurelion Sol builds up increasing movement speed as he travels continuously in the same direction, and loses speed on sharp turns. Some of this speed is stored away as escape velocity stacks, which are lost entirely whenever he takes damage from an enemy. The active portion is, once Aurelion Sol maxes his escape velocity stacks, he can activate Comet of Legend to pull in his orbiting stars and take flight, traversing over terrain for a long distance. He cannot turn once his course is set, and enemy damage will bring Aurelion Sol back to Earth, restoring his orbiting stars. Finally, his ult, Voice of Light, as Aurelion Sol shoots out a long wave of starfire in a target direction that damages and slows all struck enemies. Nearby enemies caught in the blast are also knocked back to Aurelion Sol's outer ring. Basically, Aurelion Sol's main job during the length of the game is pressure. His constantly spinning ring of stars is the perfect mechanism to constantly push out waves and keep the enemy laner under tower, making it hard for them to CS. This of course makes the Cosmic Dragon chronically susceptible to ganks and roams from the enemy team, so make sure you always have adequate vision set up around you. A sometimes annoying quirk of Aurelion Sol's passive is its tendency to aggravate neutral monsters. You can see it takes a lot of concentration to pass through the jungle without getting aggro from the camp. It is possible, but if you're looking at another lane that you're roaming down to or paying attention to anything else, it's likely you might accidentally aggro something. So, just something to watch out for. Personally, I found farming to be the most awkward part of this kit. Moving into auto-attack range of a minion does not put that minion in the line of fire of your passive ring. This means in order to get that wave clear going I was talking about earlier, you have to spend time maneuvering yourself into an optimal position to hit that one line of creeps. For me, it was the hardest mechanic in his kit to pick up, but I'm sure with time it'll become more natural. Fighting the MF in lane, I encountered the same problem I had when farming, getting into the right position so my passive could do the most damage possible. However, this is made more difficult as enemy champions can move randomly with movement buffs and dashes. Eventually, I resorted to just using my ult and finishing her off. While Aurelion Sol's passive could sometimes be hard to position correctly, using his W to expand the ring and poke or kill an enemy champion felt very natural and smooth. The same goes for chasing down enemies. Keeping the Renekton in range of my outer limit was easy as he ran away. Though keep in mind, if he wasn't a bot, the Renekton would have likely dashed back and engaged on me to keep out of my ring of death and possibly kill me. An interesting mechanic I found for Aurelion Sol Jungle is his ability to actively fight 2 camps at once. This isn't a great example, but with practice, I bet this would dramatically increase clear times. Aurelion Sol's Engage is pretty potent. An area of effect stun coupled with the constant chasing damage of his W looks very powerful. Even without using the stun, catching the enemy AIs out of position was enough to set up a great chase for me. His E will be extremely useful for getting around the map, similar to Bard's Magical Journey, but it's also a great way to initiate. If you cast your Q and then follow it across the map with your E, it will continue to grow and grow. The massive AoE stun that you're able to grow over time is awesome, but keep in mind, a smart enemy will easily be able to dodge the obvious engage that just got me an ace. Overall, I think the idea of playing around micro-positioning is a very interesting idea for Aurelion Sol's kit, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and I'll get back to you. Thanks. This is Aurelion.